just out here shooting my bow. This is going to be part 2 of our South Dakota trip. We had a blast up there. We were thinking about going up there probably this November, but with work schedules and all, it's probably not going to happen. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this episode.
Well, this is day 4 of our hunt here in South Dakota. Last night we actually packed up from another camp we had there in the Black Hills in the forest actually, and we came up here to this campground. We got a fire going. You can't have an open fire in the Black Hills, so anyway, we came in here on this private ground and came into this little campground, got a fire going last night, and we got permission from the guy that owns the place to access his private land down through here that butts up against Forest Service. So he's got a lot of deer down here. I don't know, he brought us down here last night and there were quite a few does out in the field, but I don't know what kind of bucks there are, if there are any bucks, but we're just gonna scout it out, kind of go up in these cliffs and stuff and just glass. So anyway, it's beautiful country down in here, man. He's really done something with this place. It's pretty cool. But anyway, we're gonna get after it, put some miles on the boots again.
First time for everything. I forgot to hit record on the camera. Anyway, Madison, he smoked a coyote 80 yards.
80 yards. I've never in my life done that. I mean, I was like, what do I have to lose? I mean, these coyotes around here, I don't think ever get hunted. And we've been hearing them every night. We're camping about 1.5 miles, 2 miles away. And I mean, we know our scent goes right to them, and they just keep on barking all night. And we had what, 5 deer, 5 bucks?
4 bucks. 4 bucks.
4 bucks.
Yeah, 4 bucks.
Going up the hill over here, and our wind's hitting us right in the face, so we knew they didn't smell us. So we knew they were either running from somebody trail riding, Or here's a buck right here. What was it, a little 4-point?
He's a little one. I couldn't really tell.
But there's deer everywhere. Yeah, we've seen, that's six buck tonight, I think. We did see one decent 8-point, but anyway, Logan said, dude, there's a deer over there, so I stood up. And they had their tails up and they were running on up the hill. So I was like, well, there's got to be somebody down in there, or coyotes, was my second thought. And sure enough, I saw on this ridge, on this little saddle over here, I saw a coyote sneaking through the pines. And I waited until he was over the top, and I kind of sat down and I just kind of called at him. I'm still shaking. But I just kind of real loud just squealed at him, and with my mouth, and he came over the top, and he looked for a little bit, and I did it a couple more times, and he just comes trotting down the hill. Well, I had no idea Logan saw another coyote that came right through this bedding area, and I had no idea that coyote was even there. So I go to get my bow, because this one was behind the tree, and I knew I was safe to get my bow whenever this one was back here. And I looked down, and this one goes running off. I was like, I had no idea. So they kind of trotted up there. They didn't really know. That one had no idea what he saw. So I just kind of squealed at him a couple more times, and I slowly stood up, and he was right up there on the berm, about
Right up there.
right at 80 yards. I ranged him
Right
right
there.
I mean, it was 80.1 yards, so right at it. And I floated my 60-yard pin over him. And I've shot it, I will admit, I've shot at 100 yards with this bow quite a bit, so I kind of knew where to hold on him. But that's the first animal I've ever killed with a Magnus snuffer. That was a 100-grain snuffer right there. And if that isn't a testament to true flight on a fixed blade broadhead, I have no idea what is. I mean, that arrow flew like a dart, man. I just watched it and it just thumped him. I think I hit him a little far back, but he's down right there. I mean, he piled up.
Awesome.
Well, hey, our drought, we finally killed something in South Dakota. And that is the thing in South Dakota. You draw a big game license like deer, elk, maybe even turkey. I'm not sure about turkey, but you can kill all the coyotes you want. So, and I think you can kill a lot of small game stuff too, but your big game license covers that. So I was just pumped to shoot one, man. It's pretty dog, man. Guys, that was 80 stinking yards. He was up here. Let's see if I can find the arrow. There's the arrow. Let's see what the damage is. Oh, I'd say it could go again. That's pretty sweet. 80 yards. I mean, I have never in my life done that. And I wouldn't, here's the thing, I wouldn't recommend shooting any animal at that distance but with a bow. But I mean, he honestly had no clue what was going on, and we were up against that little rock bluff right there, and so I mean, all he could probably see was probably from my shoulders up whenever I rose up, and he kind of had the sun coming at him from over here, so I just felt pretty confident in the shot, and I have shot it that distance and further before, so I felt pretty good about it. But well, we've got a little decided to come further south. We had been hunting the Black Hills area, and we really wanted to get on a mule deer, and the whitetail that we were seeing up in that area they weren't quite what we wanted to wrap our tag around. We did see a lot of deer though, so it's always fun to see a lot of numbers. But we've decided to come down. This is kind of the Buffalo Gap area, national grassland, and there's some walk-in land and some federal land too. And I mean, it is definitely some good muley looking country. We have seen quite a few driving around. We have seen quite a few hunters in Orange, and it's the antelope season right now, and we've been seeing saw a lot of antelope while ago. So hopefully these deer, I mean, typically they should be pushed back into these little gullies and stuff, little washouts. So we're just going to spend the time just kind of gridding each one and just glassing each one as we go. We've got it's almost 80 degrees right now. Last night in the Black Hills, we were tent camping, and it got right around freezing last night. So we're sweating to death out here now, but and it's howling. I mean, the audio in this video may not be real good because we finally found a little break from the wind. It's probably, I don't know, howling, what, 35, probably 40?
Yeah,
it's
35.
It's pretty crazy right now, but so that's going to limit our shots to probably within 30 yards, hopefully closer than 30 yards, but if we find one. These are highly pressured deer, so you know, I have heard there's big deer in this area though, so we'll just keep our fingers crossed and see what happens, see how it plays out. So stick with us. We're going to hike a few miles and see what happens. Well, we found a few deer this morning. Right now, we've got 4 doe bedded up on the hillside over here. They're probably 350 yards off. And we saw a buck. He was a decent deer. We weren't real sure what he was. We saw him from way up on the ridge top, and he was crossing the ridge that we're fixing to go up over. We're just gonna try to go real slow east down through this valley, and hopefully we'll just go slow and hopefully not bust any deer out of here. Those does